The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Right Side with Doug Billings. This is the set of the show. I'm just getting ready to wrap up some recordings for the day. And I wanted to share with you just a few thoughts about the three-year anniversary of this program. It was 3 years ago that we started this thing. And who would have known that in that time, 3.8 million people watching it every month, the people that I've been able to meet, you are absolutely, all of you out there, are with me in this, and I know that we're in it together. I stand with you shoulder to shoulder. When I'm out in the public giving speeches, whether it's at the Clay Clark Reawaken America tour or if it's at my own events, I'm always delighted, humbled, and blessed that you approach me, that you shake my hand, and that we get to chat with one another. So in June of this year, in order to, I think, make an attempt to at least pay back a little bit of the blessing that have been given to me, I want to offer a chance for you to gather together and meet some tier one influencers and people who have not only demonstrated their patriotism in this country, but have worked on the front lines for the Republic in order to save it from this current nightmare that we're experiencing that is thrust upon us from the Communist Socialist Party, formerly known as the Democrat Party. One of these people is Devin Nunes, and he's joining me here today just for a very short, brief conversation about the state of play in America, about TruthSocial, and about this Determined Patriotism Conference that we're hosting in Branson, Missouri, June 9th and 10th. I'm going to mention this throughout our conversation here coming up. But remember, determinedpatriotismconference.com is where you go to get information and tickets about that. Ladies and gentlemen, here's my conversation with my friend, Devin Nunes.
It's great to be with you, Doug. Looking forward to being in Branson, Missouri.
I appreciate beyond what words can adequately express you taking time out of your schedule to join us on June 9th in Branson. I appreciate it. You know, you're going to see about 400 patriots, you know, John and Jane Doe who want to save the Republic, who are eager to do it and to want to hear, in spite of the nightmare that we're in, we do give hope. We give reality-based hope, and we talk about the hard work of getting involved. What do you, when you think of this, and you and I have seen each other at the Clay Clark Reawaken America tours, we've seen each other on this program before. When you think of determined patriotism and this conference in general, what just off the top of your head comes to mind?
Well, I always enjoy doing these. In fact, when I was in Congress my last year, I actually started doing something similar where we call it the Freedom Tour, and we would go around and talk about the dangers of tech tyranny, the dangers of these big woke corporations, and how they were cutting off the communications capability of the American people. And be careful what you wish for, Doug, because then I got a call from President Trump to come and do a startup social media company in TruthSocial.
Yep.
So yeah, we did them all over the country in 2021. We actually started it in my home district in California, and people said, man, this was a lot of fun. We did it on a Saturday morning. And then I had requests from other members of Congress and Republican Party, from different states. Hey, will you come and do it for us? And we ended up having like one a month,
yep.
It was just a lot of fun. I got to see a lot of the countryside, places that I had not been before. And as you said, there's great patriots all over that want to come out and hear the truth, hear what's really going on, hear directly from people that are trying to make a difference. And participation like that from the average citizen is what creates movements. It's like keeping people involved, being involved in their community, being involved in community service, being involved in up to speed on what is going on politically. So it's critically important for people to come out and express their support or their opposition to whatever their government is doing. And so I think you're doing your small part. And obviously, Branson, Missouri is a nice place to go. I've been there a couple of times in the past.
Hey, great. Yeah, it is. It's a family-friendly event. In fact, the Friday night, the first night, we're all going to gather together for dinner. There's an ability for us all to go out to a Branson show, have some fun together. And it's okay to cut loose, even though we're trying to save the Republic and there's a nightmare amongst in our midst with regards to what this, as I call them, the Communist Socialist Party. There, and you were in Congress. I don't know if I can ever. I don't know if I could identify a true Democrat anymore in Congress. They've done this over the last. In the last minute we've got together here. What is the most, in your opinion? What's the most outlandish thing going on in our republic right now, in your opinion? And if the top one, two,
oh
or
my
three.
God.
I know.
Well, that's
I know
yeah,
where
I
to
think we
begin.
need
Right.
I think we need at least two or three. Well, look, I can give you the two biggest issues at the highest level.
Yep.
The first is the corruption at the Department of Justice, the two-tiered system of justice, because from there it permeates through our whole government. If you don't have a solid, fair system at the Department of Justice, then you have nothing, and that leads to really bad things happening, including attacks. Ultimately, I always say you run the gamut from, okay, yeah, it was a dirty political trick. Well, you weaponized the FBI back in 2015 and 16 to target the opposition party. Yeah. And everybody just kind of laughed it off, shrugged it off. Oh, it's Donald Trump's Republicans. Who cares? Well, then that leads ultimately to the leaked decisions of the Supreme Court, ultimately with protests outside the Supreme Court justice's home. So it's a complete collapse of our society and societal norms. The second issue that is of equal importance, but I would say outside of the government, but the government is involved, and that is the people in the United States and around the globe, their access to the internet, the access to communicate with one another, and which is why I left Congress to create TruthSocial. And as you know, we have a strong partnership with Rumble, and it's really TruthSocial and Rumble working together, that standing in the breach to keep that internet open so that people have a place to go, because the woke corporations and the tech tyrants can shut you down at any moment. And I always say the worst thing that I had seen in modern history, if you go after 9/11, 2001, when I first was in politics, then you have to fast forward all the way to 2021, when you had some 24 US companies that destroyed another company for political reasons. That company was called Parler. It was a social media company. I was one of the social networking company. I was one of the first people to be on that platform. I had, got up to, several million followers. It was a great platform. And in one day, boom, it was wiped off the face of the earth, and we all lost our voices.
Yep.
And of course, you have the ultimate example of President Trump being kicked off of every major social media platform. So, TruthSocial, Rumble, we're sitting here standing in the breach, keeping this internet open. And look, we've done it. They said we couldn't do it. We've done it. We're here. And we give so many people a home that don't have a home anywhere else. I mean, there's numerous podcasters and hosts like yourself that really have nowhere else to go because they've been banned everywhere.
Right. Well, Devin, and I appreciate that. And me, you see me on TruthSocial all the time. I spend, whenever I'm on social media, it's TruthSocial always. That is my primary place of residence, so to speak. So,
and we're glad to have you, Doug.
Thank you. Thank you, Devin. Hey, I know you got to run. Time is limited. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Nunes joining us at the Determined Patriotism Conference. The conference runs June 9th and 10th. Branson, Missouri. Go to the website, determinedpatriotismconference.com. Get all the information over there. Make sure you pay attention to that optional dinner and theater package that we have on Friday night over there as well. Devin, again, my friend, I'm blessed to know you, and truly, and if there's anything that I can do for TruthSocial or your endeavors, you let me know. I'm with you side by side, my friend.
Thanks, Doug. Great to be with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. God bless you all. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Well, there it was. Wasn't he great? Just a down-to-earth, great patriot, obviously committed to TruthSocial and building up a platform of free speech. I encourage you all. And this will not only be posted on TruthSocial, but I'll put it on my website. And for those of you that are watching who happen to not already be signed up at TruthSocial, I encourage you to go over and do that. It truly is a place of truth, and where no one will be handcuffed and chained with the ability to be silenced. We will all remain free over there. And isn't it great that I just like his personality. He's down to earth, very friendly, very approachable. And when you come to Branson, Missouri, June 9th and 10th, you'll be able to meet him. and you'll be able to shake his hand and have a conversation. Everybody at these events is a VIP. There's no segregation. A one ticket price for everybody. A very small, intimate gathering. Only 400. Only 400. And the last check, as I look, we're about 250 in. So less than half of the tickets are available. Go to determinedpatriotismconference.com. determinedpatriotismconference.com. Get information and join us. And when you go over there to that website, make sure you pay attention, because Friday night, there's an optional night out. We're going to go to a Branson show, the Clay Cooper Country Review, part skit shows, part country concerts, a lot of comedy, good, clean family fun. And that is a reminder, you can bring your family. It's a family-friendly event. Branson, Missouri, June 9th and 10th. Special thanks to Devin Nunes for showing up today, talking with us. God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen. We are in this together. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
I want to tell you about the good people over at EMP Shield, electromagnetic pulse, ladies and gentlemen. It can fry your home electrical system or your vehicle's electrical system. But if you attach one of these, now this is for your breaker box at home. There's a smaller version that goes on your battery of your car, your vehicle, that will prevent it from being fried in the event of an electromagnetic pulse. Because as you know, thanks to Administrator Biden, many people coming across the border now who don't exactly have the best of intentions. Protect yourself. EMPshield.com. Get huge discounts over there if you use the promo code DOUG.